These genius car hacks are quietly being ignored by most owners. Plastic parts cracking after warranty. Fluids labeled lifetime that aren't. Sensors failing before any warning light shows up. Stick around. These 15 hacks could save you thousands in repairs, and most mechanics won't tell you a single one. 1. Plastic time bomb. Pop the hood on a BMW or an Audi and check the water pump. There's a good chance it's not metal, it's plastic. Here's the deal. BMW, Mercedes, and Audi build their water pumps, thermostat housings, and overflow tanks out of plastic instead of metal. Here's why. Plastic is lighter, and it's way cheaper to mass produce. These components become about as structurally sound as week-old sushi after 60,000 to 80,000 miles. The plastic gets brittle from years of heat cycling, expanding and shrinking every time you drive until it cracks. A water pump alone might cost $50 in parts, but the engine bay isn't built for easy access. What seems like a $50 part turns into a $1,500 repair because the front end needs to come apart. If your car is closing in on 60,000 miles, ask your mechanic to inspect the water pump and thermostat housing during a regular visit before they crack on the highway and leave you stranded with an overheating engine. 2. OFHG. Leak. There's a gasket buried near your oil filter that most owners never think about until it's already failing. It's called the oil filter housing gasket, or OFHG. This gasket sits right above your serpentine belt. Oil leaking onto the serpentine belt is like spilling coffee on your laptop. Initially a small mess, but it escalates fast. Oil softens rubber. A belt soaked in oil loses grip and eventually slips or snaps completely, taking out your alternator, power steering, and water pump circulation all at once, since one belt runs all three. But the real damage runs deeper. That neglected OFHG leak is basically your engine weeping its life away, drop by expensive drop. Lose enough oil slowly over weeks, and you risk running the engine dry without even noticing on the dipstick in time. A $200 gasket repair prevents $15,000 engine replacements on BMW and Audi engines. Check under your car for dark spots on the ground. A small drip today saves you a full engine swap later. 3. Lifetime fluid. You've probably seen the sticker. Lifetime transmission fluid. Sounds great. Sounds like one less thing to worry about. It's not telling you the full story. Catch is, lifetime really means until the warranty expires. That fluid doesn't actually last the life of your car. It just lasts long enough for the manufacturer to stop being responsible for it. Your transmission needs fluid changes every 60,000 miles. A $300 service that prevents a $4,000 replacement. Skip it because the sticker said lifetime and the fluid breaks down slowly, losing its ability to protect internal gears until they're grinding metal on metal. The differential gets ignored even harder since most owners don't even know it has its own separate fluid. Differential fluid needs a $150 swap every 50,000 miles to dodge a $2,500 rebuild. Skip these services, and you're basically funding your mechanic's summer house. Mark your calendar at 60,000 miles. Don't trust the sticker. 4. Carbon buildup. If your engine uses direct injection, and a lot of modern turbo engines do, there's a cleaning job regular gas station fuel can't handle anymore. Older engines sprayed fuel right onto the intake valves, and that fuel acted like a natural rinse, washing away grime every time you drove. Direct injection engines need intake valve cleaning despite what your manual claims, because fuel no longer washes over intake valves. Without that rinse, carbon builds up directly on the valves themselves, layer by layer, like grease building up on a stovetop nobody wipes down. German DI engines require intake valve cleaning every 60,000 to 80,000 miles. The fix is a process called walnut blasting. A technician uses crushed walnut shells, blasted at the valves with compressed air, soft enough not to scratch metal, but tough enough to knock carbon loose. It's oddly specific, but it works. Skip it long enough, and you'll feel rough idling, lost power, and worse gas mileage creeping in slowly. The kind of decline you barely notice until you drive a rental and feel the difference. 5. Hidden alternator. A dead alternator is annoying on any car. On certain German models, it's a labor nightmare because of where engineers decided to put it. Some alternators sit buried deep in the engine bay, tucked behind other components instead of sitting out in the open, where you can reach it with a wrench in 5 minutes. That placement turns a simple part swap into hours of labor. Mechanics sometimes need to remove unrelated parts just to get a hand in there, which is exactly why a job that should cost a few $100s climbs fast once labor hours stack up. If your dash lights flicker, your battery seems to drain faster than normal, or you hear a whining noise from the engine bay, get the alternator checked early. Catching it before it fully dies means a planned repair instead of an emergency tow and a rushed bill. 6. Diesel oil mixing. If you drive a diesel, specifically a TDI, grabbing whatever oil bottle is cheapest at the store can quietly wreck your engine over time. TDI diesel engines require specific engine oil that should not be mixed. Diesel engines run different combustion pressure and temperature than gas engines, and the oil additives are built specifically to handle that. Mixing oil types or switching between mineral-based and full synthetic without checking compatibility first causes problems. Older models using mineral-based oil should not use full synthetic oil. The seals in an older engine were designed around a specific oil chemistry, and switching can cause leaks where there weren't any before. Turbocharged and supercharged engines also need attention more often than people assume. You should schedule a basic oil service every 5,000 miles for turbo and supercharged engines. Check your owner's manual for the exact oil spec number, not just the viscosity grade, before your next oil change. 7. Differential fluid. Quick question. Do you know if your car even has a differential fluid service interval? Most owners don't, because nobody tells them, and the dashboard never warns about it. The differential is the part of your drivetrain that lets your wheels spin at different speeds when you turn a corner. It runs its own separate fluid, completely different from your transmission fluid, and it breaks down the same way over time. Differential fluid needs a $150 swap every 50,000 miles to dodge a $2,500 rebuild. The service almost never shows up on a basic maintenance checklist at a quick lube shop, since most general mechanics aren't even checking for it unless specifically asked. Next time you're in for any service, ask directly. Has my differential fluid ever been changed? If the answer is no and you're past 50,000 miles, get it scheduled before metal shavings start showing up in the fluid, which is the sign that real damage has already started. 8. 90 computers. You plug a basic code reader into your car, expecting it to catch everything wrong. On a lot of modern German cars, it barely scratches the surface. Here's why. New vehicles come with over 90 control units installed. Each one runs a different system: your engine, your transmission, your suspension, even your seat memory and climate control, all talking to each other constantly. A cheap $20 OBD reader you buy online usually only reads the most basic engine codes. It has no idea what's happening inside the other 89 units running everything else in the car. That's exactly why a regular mechanic, even a good one, can miss something a specialist catches immediately. You need a mechanic who understands these systems and knows how to work with them, using the specific tools and equipment required. If your check engine light comes on and a basic scan shows nothing useful, don't assume the car's fine. Find a shop with full manufacturer-level diagnostic software, the kind that talks to all 90 computers, not just one. 9. Special order parts. Two people can own the exact same Mercedes model, same year, same trim, and still need completely different parts when something breaks. Sounds impossible. It's not. German parts are often engineered for each specific make and model, which means even two Mercedes owners may require different parts depending on the model each person owns. Small production changes, regional specs, even option packages can shift which exact part fits. Each German car part is custom made for the year and model. That precision is part of why these engines run so well for so long, but it makes random guesswork at a parts counter a bad idea. Walking into a generic auto parts store and asking for a water pump for a 2019 BMW sometimes isn't enough information. The VIN number matters. The exact build sheet matters. Before ordering any part yourself, pull your VIN and confirm the exact part number with your specific car's records. One wrong part ordered means a week of waiting for the right one to ship in. Quick break. If this is hitting different so far, hit subscribe. It actually helps the channel grow, and it gets you the next batch of hacks before anyone else sees them. 10. Window regulator. Warning. Your window starts moving slower than usual. Maybe it grinds a little going up. Easy to ignore. Don't. Common signs of a faulty window regulator include slow-moving windows, grinding noise when operating windows, or windows that don't move at all. The regulator is the mechanism inside your door that actually raises and lowers the glass when you hit the button. Here's why catching it early matters. A regulator that's already grinding is wearing down its internal gears or cable. Keep using it anyway, and one day the window just stops. Sometimes stuck halfway down, sometimes stuck shut. A regulator caught early is a straightforward part swap. One that fails completely, especially stuck down in bad weather, often means a rushed repair, sometimes with water damage to the door panel from rain getting in while you wait for a fix. The next time your window sounds even slightly off, get it checked before your next car wash, not after. 11. Mass airflow. Your check engine light hasn't come on yet, but your car already feels a little off, slightly rough at idle. A small hesitation when you press the gas. That's not nothing. One of the most significant signs of a failing mass airflow sensor is a check engine light on your dashboard. Other symptoms may include rough idling, reduced power, hesitation, or stalling. The mass airflow sensor measures exactly how much air is entering your engine, and your computer uses that number to decide how much fuel to mix in. A dirty or failing sensor sends bad information, and your engine starts guessing instead of running on accurate data. Symptoms like rough idle or hesitation usually show up before the check engine light ever turns on. The light is often the last warning, not the first. If your car feels slightly off but shows no warning light, ask your mechanic to check the mass airflow sensor specifically. Sometimes a simple cleaning with the right sensor safe spray fixes it completely, no replacement part needed. 12. Floating caliper. Brake calipers aren't all built the same way, and knowing which type your car has changes how you should think about brake wear. Brake calipers come in two types: floating and fixed. Floating calipers are used in most modern cars and are easier to replace. Fixed calipers, on the other hand, are bulkier, more expensive, and typically reserved for high-performance vehicles. Floating calipers slide slightly on guide pins every time you brake. Over years, those pins can collect grime and slow down, which causes uneven pad wear. one side of the brake wearing faster than the other without any obvious warning sign. Fixed calipers, the kind on higher performance trims, don't slide at all, which usually means more even wear, but a much bigger bill if something does go wrong since the parts cost more from the start. Next time you get brake pads replaced, ask which type your car has. If it's floating, ask the mechanic to clean and grease the guide pins while they're already in there. Takes a few extra minutes, prevents uneven wear down the road. 13. Turbo oil interval, two identical-looking engines, same brand, same body style, can need completely different oil change schedules. The difference comes down to one thing: turbo or no turbo. You should schedule a basic oil service every 5,000 miles for turbo and supercharged engines, like the 1.8T, 2.0T in VW and Audi, and every 7,500 for all other late models. A turbocharger spins at extremely high speed, generating serious heat, and it relies on oil for both lubrication and cooling at the same time. That oil breaks down faster under that kind of constant heat stress compared to a regular engine just doing normal lubrication. A lot of owners assume every modern engine follows the same generic 7,500-mile oil change rule plastered on quick lube shop windows. Turbo engines push that far between changes are running on oil that's already past its useful life, quietly wearing down turbo bearings every mile past that point. Check your specific engine code, things like 1.8T or 2.0T, and confirm your real interval. Don't assume the windshield sticker default applies to your engine. 14. Catalytic converter. Target. Thieves crawl under cars in parking lots and saw off catalytic converters in under 2 minutes. Certain models get targeted constantly, and the reason comes down to what's inside the part. A catalytic converter is a small device that is installed in your car's exhaust system. It is essentially a canister filled with a ceramic honeycomb coated in precious metals, such as platinum, palladium, and rhodium. This is why they are stolen. Those metals sell for serious money on the scrap market, sometimes hundreds of dollars per converter, which makes certain higher ground clearance models an easy, fast target for thieves working a parking lot in broad daylight. The fix isn't complicated or expensive. A welded steel shield, called a cat shield, bolts directly over the converter and blocks easy access from underneath. Costs around $150 to $250 installed, takes under an hour. If you park in public lots regularly and drive a model known for this, especially anything sitting a bit higher off the ground, get a cat shield installed before you become a statistic instead of after. 15. Conditional service. Reset. Here's something most owners never realize. That service due light on your dashboard can get switched off by a dealer tool, whether or not any real service actually happened. Specialized factory diagnostic equipment is required to read conditional service intervals and to reset them after the service is performed. The system tracks mileage, time, and driving conditions to calculate when service is genuinely needed, then displays a countdown on your dash. Dealers want to sell you a new car at 50,000 miles, and the free prepaid maintenance is not as free as it may appear. Some shops reset the light using the diagnostic tool without performing every service the system actually flagged, especially smaller items bundled into a full service. Ask specifically what was done every time that light resets, not just whether it turned off. Request an itemized list. A light turning green doesn't always mean every job behind it actually got done. That's 15 genius car hacks that could save your engine, your wallet, and a few headaches down the road. Got a car horror story of your own? Drop it below. And if this helped, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, catch the next one.